Welcome, Patriots. It's October 12th, 2024. This is J6 News Updates and Chat. And there's a lot to talk about these days. So much going on. Don't know what to make of it all. Got myself a little beautiful spot here with some great network. And we'll just work through it. It was Ashley Babbitt's birthday this week, and Freedom Corner Warriors had a flower laying memorial, an uninterrupted flower laying memorial that I thought was just beautiful. The Patriots are still standing strong down there at Freedom Corner. Mama Mickey and Nicole and the gang all went to the Capitol steps where we've done that all in the past, and laid flowers there for Ashley Babbitt. It was a thing of beauty. And we're winning. Vigil number 800 came and went. We're at about 803, I think, tonight, and we'll keep standing strong for the J6ers, and there's a lot of other people involved in this now too. We got Tina Peters, who just got her 9-year sentence for exposing the election fraud in the voting machines out in Colorado. I was hoping to see the people of Colorado stand up a little better, but she got convicted of, I don't even know what, some other charges because she exposed government fraud. And the DOJ came after her, just like they do. Just like they came after Steve Bannon and President Trump and Peter Navarro and the abortion clinic praying grandmas and all these folks, man. So welcome in here, Patriots. Hello there, Stua. It's good to see you around, and Bonnie. So much going on, so much going on. And man, is that a gorgeous scene or what? I just want to leave it right there. We got the Conestoga River here out in front of us. Beautiful spot, and it looks like the network is good. I'm at a river and the network is good. That doesn't work out very often. I don't want to jinx it though either. So I just want to quick go over some J6 updates here. Freedom Corner is happening. It got down to a slim crowd like a week ago, but the Ashley Babbitt birthday came, and Patriots showed up for that. It was good to see my friend Nona down there at the vigil. Hey Nona, if you're watching this, that'd be great. I miss you, sweetheart. We had some good times, you, me, and Jamie Crow hanging out in DC together. I don't know, what was that, 4 months ago or something? 5 months ago. That was great to see you down there, Nona. Lily is back also, Dwight's wife. It's good to see Lily waving the flag and just being all part of that Freedom Corner scene down there. In and out a couple times. Jen Baker's been showing up, and I see that Tina McCloy was there last night, man. And last night we had a flag waver there. So there's a big event today in DC that Rebecca was out filming, and Glory B's out there too, and Republic Road Reel was out there also today. So Josh, good to see you in DC again, man. I hope to see you at the corner tonight, hopefully. And yeah, hey, there you are, Glory B. Well, I saw some of your stream today from the Million Woman March, the Esther Prayer March. I'm not quite sure what it was called. Maybe if you could throw that in the chat. But there was a lot of women there, some awesome praying going on, some excellent shofar blasting, and some beautiful music. Some of that music was just fantastic. I was in awe at the singing abilities. Let me see if I got a picture of that in here. Well, here's Rebecca out there this morning. Trusty Rebecca streaming for us. I love you, Rebecca. You are like everywhere. Just bringing it to us every day. You drive so much. Right, Tina and Rita was there. That's right when your stream froze up. Glory be was when you got on Tina and Rita. That's still up on as live, actually, by the way, on YouTube. The Million Woman March, Esther Call to Prayer. That's what I thought. Okay, thanks, Glory be. Glory be, you are awesome. Boots on the ground, bringing it to us, man. So much going on. So much going on. Okay, and then at the Freedom Corner, there is a donation match going on. It takes money to keep that going down there. That's on the 4ashley.com website that you can donate to the cause to keep Freedom Corner rolling. That's the housing expenses for a lot for Mickey and Nicole and others that come and go and stay there. Some J6ers get out of jail. It's like a safe house they can go to. We can get their stuff out of the jail when they're released, and we got a place just to put it until we can make arrangements to get it to wherever they're going next. And it's a huge blessing to have that house down there. So right now, until October 31st, there's a donation match going on. So if you donate $10, that donation turns into $20, up to $2,000, and I think they're well on they're over $1,500 right now on that match. So if you care to donate, if you can donate, Freedom Corner is at the tip of the spear. And then last night at Freedom Corner was an awesome time. Let's see if we got a photo of that. There we go on here. We had a good crowd down there. There's Tina. This is off of Rebecca's channel, a screenshot from her stream last night. And there's Lily in the back waving the flag. It was so awesome. We got Baltimore Steve. He's been manning the post pretty steady down there with the flag waving responsibilities. We got Debbie and Tina McCloy, and there's Nona right in the middle there. Okay, Glory B is heading to North Carolina this week to deliver the water filtration kits. All right, so we got all that going on too. The relief efforts are continuing down in North Carolina, Tennessee, South Carolina. Most of our patriots from our group up here are going to North Carolina. I got a new streamer in the action. His name is Possum. If you care to go to his YouTube channel, he's just learning the ropes, man, but he's down there. He brought a truck or a trailer load of water down, and then got involved with a local fire company and his ongoing relief efforts. I don't know if he's going to be there more than 2 or 3 more days, but he's on YouTube now. So he's streaming like little shorts about his updates. He's showing some of the damage that happened down there. And the relief efforts are ongoing. We got to understand that FEMA has totally dropped the ball. Our tax money down the tubes. FEMA gave it all to the illegal aliens. Mayorkas just came out last week and said we don't have any money. And then we all started reporting on it. I mean, that's right from the horse's mouth. He is the head of the Homeland Security, which is the head of FEMA. He is the guy in charge of FEMA. And he just said last week that they ran out of money. And now we're all reporting on it, and now they're saying we're lying about reporting on it, that they do have all this money. And they probably do, and they're probably lying when they told us they ran out of money. So that's how they're working, man. I think a lot of this stuff is getting exposed right prior to the election. This is called the art of the surge. Right towards the end of an election cycle, right before the election, there's something called a surge, and it's just like in a football game. If you got the momentum at the end of the game, you can come back from any type of a deficit and score multiple fast points on a football game. So this is the same thing. Donald Trump is making the surge happen, and things are going. Donald Trump is on fire, but let's stay to J6 right now. And I just want to show you this gal in the middle here with the white shirt on got some flags out, man, and this was just awesome watching her go to town with these flags right there on Freedom Corner. She's a gal, her name is Tammy. She came for the Women's March that was earlier today, but arrived early, made it down to Freedom Corner, and just gave us a wonderful show with the flags, man. And last night, let me tell you, the music was awesome, man. There was a couple of tunes. The first tune of the night last night that they played, I don't know who does it or what it's called, but it was just awesome music. You know, there's the rap music, and then there's the gospel, old-timey stuff, and then there's what they played last night. And it seemed like it was all current music, but it's in a folksy, patriotic, God-loving vein that is, I just love that music they were playing last night. It was fantastic. Just awesome. So this gal's name is Tammy. I'm not sure if she's going to be there again tonight. We'll have to see. Here's another shot I got. These are all screenshots off of, I think, Rebecca's channel. Rebecca did a good job of getting in there and getting some footage there. There's Baltimore Steve on the left waving the American flag. It's just good to see the Patriots. Dwight was waving, and Tina was dancing around. It was just a wonderful night at Freedom Corner last night. Here's a shot from the flower laying at the Capitol on Thursday. All right, I'm floundering here. Not as easy as it looks, Patriots. Here's the gang out down there at the flower laying ceremony for Ashley Babbitt's birthday. Just a beautiful moment. Nice small crowd. Had a great prayer there. Looks like some of the New York guys came down for that. I see Gary McBride in the back there. And those guys were there at the vigil that night too. Yeah, Bonnie, Tina was going to town with the dancing. I remember doing vigils with Tina up there in Lewisburg, and it was awesome, man. She does some good flag waving too, but Tammy had the flags. You know, it takes up a lot of room. There ain't a whole lot of room down there. But yeah, we loved watching Tina dancing and just praising God with your dance, you know. And then I got one good shot of Mickey here. God bless you, Mickey. And this is what we're fighting for, Patriots. This is what we're fighting for right here. Okay, then let's see, Friday night at the vigil, started off the night, Tom Jeffries from the Northern Neck Patriots called in, and John Haynes from the Northern Neck Sentinel newspaper was on the phone also, talking about updates and giving us a heads up about their vigil that they are having that night also, which was an awesome Northern Neck Patriots vigil down in Northern Neck, Virginia. They've been having a vigil there every Friday night for 2 years, and the vigil last night was their 2-year anniversary. And they had a special guest there. First of all, Tammy Jackson called in, was telling about she's getting ready for Brian to come home. Brian's release date is currently January 21st. So Brian is expected to be released soon. Tammy's getting things ready down in Texas for his release. It was great to hear Tammy's voice again. And Tammy was definitely a part of the startup of the Northern Neck vigil down there, because Brian, her husband Brian, was in Northern Neck Regional Jail at the time, man. And then they had other phone calls last night at the Northern Neck vigil. Angie Corson, who's Mason Corson's mother, called in talking about life as a mom. You know, her son is not supposed to get out until December 21st, 2025. So Mason's got another year to go. I remember meeting Angie down at Lewisburg. She was a wonderful woman, man. And then we had Jonathan Pollock called up there to Northern Neck, or I should say down there to Northern Neck. And they did this vigil from the Northern Neck Regional Jail. They have been doing their vigils in their an indoor spot where the Northern Neck Patriots group meets. And last night they decided to go on scene at the jail and do their vigil from where the original spot was, at the jail. And we had Jen Baker down there, and the surprise guest was Jonathan Mellis. Jonathan Mellis showed up. He's out of jail now. If you guys remember DJ Jerome, he used to say, you know, he used to call us all the time from the DC Gulag when we were down there. There's one of the roses that was laid at the Capitol steps there. So yeah, John Mellis. And if you guys want to check this out, there was a really cool time where John and Tom and John Haynes and Maurice and Cheryl, they were all just, it got dark out. It felt like we were all sitting around a campfire just talking about stuff in the government, man. It was a really cool scene there towards the end of the broadcast from last night on the Northern Neck Patriots channel. And if you want to see all the flag waving too, that was on towards the end of the night on the Freedom Corner broadcast last night. So check that stuff out, folks. That was just good vigilizing going on there, for sure. All right, I think that's about it. We'll get back to some scenery here. Oh wait, let me just show you this. This was Butler, Pennsylvania. Trump came and gave a speech from the very podium where he was shot from. And his first lines as he came out on the stage after his assassination attempt, where he got clipped on the ear with a bullet, was, "As I was saying," and he went on to proceed. They're estimating 100,000 people were at this rally in Butler, Pennsylvania last week. So many of our patriots went down there. Of course, Glory B was there. And the MAGA Warriors was there. Oreo was there. Soup Mama and Jamie Crow got seats right behind Trump. And actually, when you watch the RSBN, the Right Side Broadcasting Network's transmission of that rally, Soup Mama is one of the people in the shot right behind Trump for the whole rally there. So it was just great to see her right behind Trump filming the whole thing. It was great. Loved it, loved it. All right, we'll get back to some scenery. Here we go. Oh, I'm all zoomed in now. Yeah, Jonathan Mellis, Cash Kelly, David Dempsey, Coach. Yeah, that is from way back, isn't it, Glory B? John Mellis was talking a lot about David Dempsey and just telling us what a fantastic dude the guy is. And David got, what, an 18-year sentence, mainly because he will not fold. And I didn't know that David Dempsey had such a hard life and stuff, but Jonathan Mellis is telling us how David Dempsey is one of the finest human beings he has ever met in his life. And it's just great to hear that. So we need to currently support David Dempsey in there. Among other calls that we've had at Freedom Corner, Joshua Atwood has called a couple of times in the last week here. Jonathan Copeland has been calling in regularly. Joshua Atwood, oh my God, last night was talking about just stuff that he finds in his food. And apparently now there is a group of people that are inspecting the food after it gets delivered. They inspect the food and then they let the guys eat them. But they're finding, mouse droppings in their food, without a doubt. And my God, these people are in charge of housing people for prison sentences that they can't figure out how. If you see a mouse in the kitchen, you got to understand there's 25 mice in your kitchen. And I don't know why they are not under the jurisdiction of the same people that inspect restaurants. Anybody else producing food for the public is under some types of restrictions for health code stuff. But I guess not, man. Not in the prison there. We've been hearing from Jonathan Pollock and Joseph Hutchinson every night with a Bible verse and a quote from the Founding Fathers. Dominic Box was calling, right? Right? Oh, well, that's the main group. Brian Smith called. So we got a good group of people calling us out there at the Freedom Corner, man. Yeah, that music last night, Gator Girl. Hey, Gator Girl, that was great, man. I just digging that music. Might listen to it again just to hear the music. Right, Cleo. Hey, Cleo. That first group in DC jail set the stage for the corner singing. And Nicole's been saying it was Big O Barnett. He was the first guy that said, let's sing the anthem at 9 o'clock every night. Okay, so that brings us up to today. Well, that's new. There's news I wanted to cover here. All right, now you're gonna have to look at me. All right, there we go. I got a nice spot here too, just sitting here looking at this river. It's pretty awesome. Got some canoes up there on the bank. Got the sun coming down. I mean, this is Happy Land, Pennsylvania right here. Okay, so in the news is the FEMA response to the disasters that have happened. Florida, we had Hurricane Helene, and we had Hurricane Milton come into Florida, and the footages of damage there is unbelievable. What I found remarkable was Helene had just happened, and it was 6-7 days later, FEMA finally got like a radio truck there. Totally dropped the ball. They were totally hindering other relief efforts that were going on also. And then Milton hits Florida, and 24 hours before Milton hits Florida, you can't buy gas at the gas stations. I'd like to know what in the hell is up with that. If we got some type of an emergency response group from the federal government of the greatest country on the planet, and people who want to evacuate can't evacuate because there's no gas at their gas station, why wasn't FEMA running tanker trucks down there to make sure that there was going to be gasoline for the people to leave? I don't know. Is there some reason why you got to get rid of all the gas in your gas station before a hurricane? I mean, it just makes absolutely no sense. It puts lives in danger, and there's no excuse for it. If these people are going to tax us and then tell us they're creating this FEMA agency that's going to help us in disaster relief, then they better help us in disaster relief. But we're not seeing that. We're not seeing that. And then we had Kamala getting out and speaking in a couple of places. And she's out there saying, I can't think of anything different that I would do from Joe Biden. She makes a point of saying, I'm not Joe Biden. Well, no fooling. You're a woman, he's not. But then she goes on to say, well, if you ask her, is there anything you would do different? She goes, I don't know. There's nothing I would do different. Like close the border, like not pull out of Afghanistan the way she did, like finish building the wall, all this stuff. It doesn't even come to mind. There's just nothing between the ears there with Kamala. And then last night I saw they're bringing out Barack Obama to try to speak on her behalf. And this sentence came out of Barack Obama's mouth to the black men in America. Now is not the time for independent thinking. So there you go. There you go, black men. Now is not the time for independent thinking, that they have to like group together. He berated black men for not supporting Kamala because they don't like women. I mean, it was so insulting. And I watched a lot of videos of black men just losing their minds that Barack Obama had the audacity to come out and say something like that to them. Totally crazy, man. Totally crazy. In other news that you didn't hear about on TV, the 34 felonies that Donald Trump is up against and that the Democrats just flaunt in your face all the time as if it's said and done, went to an appellate court. And the judges, there was a three-panel judges, a panel of 3 judges was listening to the case, and they just couldn't believe what they were hearing. And so basically Trump got his $450 million back. He is not convicted of 34 felonies. The judges said that this was a clear attack on an ex-president of the United States. And the defense lawyers, or the prosecuting lawyers that brought these charges, that were on the team that brought these charges before a court in New York City, were pretty much begging the judges to not have them disbarred from the Bar Association. Now here's another instance where we got lawyers, we got judges, we got Bar Association. There's supposed to be accreditations to being an attorney, to being a lawyer. There's ethics that they bring out, and they say they got rules, okay? And the judges and the lawyers broke all the rules to bring this prosecution against Donald Trump with this outrageous $450 million fine and the 34 felonies that the judge in the case told the jury to go make a decision, and told them they didn't have to decide he was guilty on 34 of them. He only had to be guilty of 1 of them. And totally wrong instructions to give a jury. Total mockery of justice again. And I believe that Letitia James, the attorney, or I don't know, what is she, an attorney general or the head DA, district attorney, ran for office on the campaign. Her campaign speech was, "I'm going to get Trump." And she just stepped over the boundaries. If that woman has a job by in a month from now, it will be an atrocious miscarriage of justice. She overstepped her bounds. She made a mockery of our legal system, and that things like that just cannot be allowed to happen. And we got to sanction these lawyers. Just because they broke every rule and then begged this 3-judge panel to not disbar them, that means they need to be disbarred. These people like that should not be allowed to practice law in this country, man. They broke the rules, totally broke the rules. And that's about it. That's about all I wanted to say today. I didn't want to go 2 hours again like I did last time. We're just stay plugged in, Patriots. There is a lot going on. I remember when I started doing J6 updates in chat, there was nothing to watch with J6. There was the vigil that night, and then there really wasn't anything else to see, man. But now we got so much going on. We got, and we're fully involved. Well, we got the disaster stuff going on. We got the election stuff going on. We got the J6 stuff continuing 800 nights in a row still. And Trump is just all over the place. Vice President nominee Vance is here in Reading, Pennsylvania again. Soup Mama's up there broadcasting that. So there's actually cool stuff to watch other than this. And we got California Patriots decided to attend the Trump rally, which starts at 5 o'clock tonight from Coachella, California. So Trump's doing a California rally. And he did one in Anaheim, I believe, 4 years ago. That was huge. So this venue is a big ranch in California. Definitely watch that. Keep after what Trump is talking about. Yesterday, Trump was in Aurora, Colorado. He was in Reno, Nevada also. And I got to watch like the first half of the Aurora thing, and he's attacking Kamala Harris, as she should be attacked. She wouldn't do anything different than Joe Biden. Are you wanting to go through another 4 years of what just happened to this country? Forget that the election was rigged. Forget all that stuff. Forget they threw all our J6ers in prison. Do you just want to go through the next 4 years like you just had to endure? I mean, I don't know that we would survive it. I remember lunch meat, man. I can't even get lunch meat anymore because it's out of my price range, and then there's people who don't have the blessings I have. I don't know how they're making it. There's people's lives are crushed right now. And you top that with people got hit with the virus thing early in this administration, and it's just one whammy after another. And then we got World War III brewing over there, and hundreds of billions of our money is going over there to Israel, and Israel. I mean, we are funding Israel. I got a meme on that. We are funding Israel, and we're also funding the other ones, We're also funding Jordan. We're also funding Lebanon. And it's just outrageous what's going on. I can't find that meme. Oh, well. So there is so much going on. Stay plugged in. Don't overload yourself. But we got to just be ready to vote. Be ready for your poll watching positions. I'm signed up to be a poll watcher. I'm signed up to be a tabulation center watcher. And that could go late into the night there. That's where all a lot of the fraud happened, was when they bring in all the precincts into the main counting area of every county, is when all the shady business started happening. There's a lot of confusion, Bonnie, with the whole Israel thing. They're funding Lebanon. Yeah, in fact, we've given money to Hamas, to the Palestinians too. And they took that money and used it to buy paragliders so they could attack the Israelis. I mean, it's just dumb leadership, okay? Everything was cool when Trump was in charge. Nobody was causing troubles when Trump was in charge. You know that to be true. We had no new wars under Trump. And in fact, the only war that was going on when he inherited the presidency was Afghanistan, and he put everything up for the removal of our troops from Afghanistan, and didn't get it all done because it's not something you can just drop and do like that. And then Joe Biden came in and purposely bungled it, and Americans died because of it. And also terrorists got into our country because of that. There's a terrorist right now that wanted to blow up an election spot it's in the news now, that came in as one of the refugees from Afghanistan. Supposedly one of our friends that was helping us in Afghanistan got ushered into our country, and now he's arrested for plotting a terrorist attack on large crowds of people, and he was all ready to be a martyr for Allah. So it's just crazy, man. Hey, Jamie, I don't even know what's going on at Oaks, man. It's day by day here. Oaks, what's going on in Oaks, Pennsylvania? I don't know. I just kind of wake up and see where Trump is speaking today. Trump spoke in Detroit. I mean, he's been all over the place. And same with Vance. And same with all the other guys. Elon Musk. I mean, Elon Musk spoke at Butler. I don't know if you understand how big of a deal that is. I mean, Elon Musk actually just came out of the woodwork and endorsed the president, and then went on stage and he's campaigning for Trump right now. I mean, that's a huge move, man. And who's joining forces with Kamala? Liz Cheney, Dick Cheney. And the libtards are going, wow, we got Dick Cheney on our side. And they don't see the hypocrisy to that because they're just oblivious to their mind virus, you know. And then Elon Musk is joking around with Tucker Carlson like, man, we better win now because I don't know, how long is my prison sentence going to be if we don't win? You know, he knows what's going on. President Trump facilitated bringing in the Elon Starlink systems into the disaster area in North Carolina. FEMA was trying to keep that out. The FCC was trying to keep that out of that area. People died because of the 3-letter agencies down there. Okay, so Trump was in Vegas today. I didn't know that. So he's doing 2 rallies a day. I didn't know he was doing one now or earlier today. I thought he was just hit Nevada. He hit Reno yesterday. So he did 2 rallies in Nevada. Now he's going out to Coachella, California, where the California Patriots live streamers, you guys all remember them from down at the corner. They flew in to DC twice now. Dara, Simon, and Peter. So they're all heading into the California rally right now. They did a little stream before, showing them outside the arena. Okay, good article on Gateway Pundit about Walt's connection to China. I mean, all that's out there. And then there's all, it's just, man, I always got a whole bunch of memes ready. I never show them. But there, you know what you're not hearing about right now? Is there's just so much you're not hearing about anymore. How about them 217 suspicious activity reports on the Joe Biden family's bank accounts that we heard about a year and a half ago? And this is our Congress, man. They came out, they brought in witnesses, and they questioned them, found out guilty. Experts say I've never gotten more than 4 suspicious activity reports from anybody in my 20 years working at the bank. And here's the Biden's got 200 of them, over 200 of them. Well, what happened to that hearing? Okay, that was a year and a half ago. A strongly worded letter got written somewhere, man. Walls being replaced. They'll try anything. I wouldn't be surprised if Kamala disappears. They know she ain't going to win. There's just no doubt about it. She's diving. All the Las Vegas betting is not in her favor anymore. So they'll just be ready for anything, Bonnie. They're gonna pull a fast one. They're gonna pull 10 or 20 fast ones before November 5th, basically. So if the Walls gets replaced, if Kamala disappears, who knows what's going to happen? We got Obama campaigning for him now. The Bushes are voting for Kamala. So in the last 32 years of presidents, 28 years of presidency are Kamala enthusiasts right now. The Bushes, the Clintons, Obama, Biden. They're all voting for Kamala right now. Yeah, just be ready, Bonnie. Luckily, man, that port strike thing, that just disappeared. But that was a big one. And then look at this hurricane. What is everyone talking about now? Weather modification. I mean, I've been telling you about the chemtrails. There they are. And everyone goes, "You're crazy. You're crazy, man. It's just water vapor." Well, now, with the way that storm, before the hurricane even got to North Carolina, there was 12 inches of rain before the hurricane got there. And that's what made all these disastrous mud flows happen down there and flooding. And so now it was just bizarre behavior for storms. And now it's a topic of conversation, weather modifications. Everyone's talking about Vietnam. when they made it rain for 3 months down there to defeat an enemy. I mean, no doubt about it. They know how to do it. There's contracts you can look up on Google. Well, maybe not Google. They probably bury a lot of that stuff gets buried, but I've been following that topic. Dane Whittington was just giving an interview. Dane Whittington's been on this for 20 years with the weather modifications. I've known about him for 10. And the information he gives is provably true. And they can modify the weather, period. That's all there is to it. And there's a lot of evidence with radar screens of what they did with this last storm here. Yeah, they made it rain down there, Bonnie, to flood out so they couldn't move their machinery around. We had air power. Yeah, it was crazy. They're gonna pull something. Definitely an interesting time to be alive, isn't it? And we're good. We're saved. We got Jesus. We can check out. We got dual citizenships. All right. We're not of this kingdom. We're not of this world. Our citizenship is in heaven with the kingdom of heaven, but we're put here on this earth to live as citizens of the governments all around this place. There's Christians in Russia, there's Christians in China, there's Christians here and Haiti, everywhere. There's Christians everywhere, but they all are citizens of the kingdom of heaven also. So we're all dual citizens here. And we basically just gotta walk in righteousness and not bring shame to the name of our King. That's all there is to it. And there is a great harvest to be had here in the end times. We've gone through these experiences. Every day is training for tomorrow. So we've gone through these experiences. Now we know how not to do a lot of things, right? So, and we are God's army, man. We were God's army when we went down to the border last summer. God's army going down to help out the disaster relief and rebuilding efforts going down in where the hurricane hit. And it looks like God preserved all the patriots that we were praying for the whole time, that were in the zone of destruction, and everybody came out okay. Everybody came out okay. We've all been through serious tribulations in the last 3 years, beyond the pandemic, beyond everything that the government brought upon us. And we're coming out stronger, okay? We're still standing. The only way we're gonna get knocked down is if we knock ourselves down. So just stay plugged in, Patriots. Try to follow along. It is the greatest show on earth, like Trooper's title always says. It is the greatest show on earth, man. So kick back, enjoy the show, stay plugged in, make sure you get out and vote, and talk to everybody about voting, especially the 7 out of 10 Christians that don't vote. I mean, that is an appalling statistic. I know a lot of you folks have church families where you're living. It's time, man. We gotta vote. If you want to preserve Christianity in this country, you have to vote. You can't just leave it up to God this time. God gave us this country where Americans participate in. If you don't participate in the election process, you're not doing what our citizenship calls for in this country. So you're going to bring a stench to your king. We get up there, Kamala wins the election, we're standing before God, and he goes, "Why didn't you vote? 7 out of 10 Christians didn't vote. Why didn't you vote? Kamala got elected because you didn't vote." So try to explain that to people in as best terms as you can, without hitting them on the head with something. All right, cool, glory be. God, family, and country. Oh, it's a Trump rally, right? It's like when you're walking around with an American flag. No, it wasn't a Trump rally. It was women praying for our country. And I don't think there's a whole lot of Kamala fans that are doing that. That's why it sounds like a Trump rally, right? When you carried an American flag. Oh, you're a Trump guy. I get that all the time, man. So, all right, Patriots. Looks like California Patriot live streams just kicked on here. It's going to be another great night at the Vigil. Check out Glory B. Check out We the People MAGA scenes from today at the mall in D.C. at the Esther Prayer March. A lot of good stuff on there. And we'll try to keep up on all of it, all right, Patriots? Thanks for joining me. This is Jericho, over and out.